This is a really beautiful trail so far. This is so beautiful. It's so nice. It's just the perfect day. The most beautiful spot to wild camp. Quite a long and hard day. Wow, this is just so perfect. Every corner you turn is just more spectacular.
Hi, my name is Elli. I'm a long-distance hiker and backpacker. Enjoying a cup of coffee with a view is my absolute happy place. And this is Otto, an adopted stray dog, crisps lover, and the best hiking companion. Come join us as we explore the great outdoors, one trail at a time.
I can't believe how sunny it is. Oh, this is crazy. Hi everyone, and welcome to a new video and a new little mini series. Otto and I are in Broadford on the Isle of Skye, and over the next six and a half days we're going to attempt the Skye Trail, which is apparently a very beautiful walk across the Isle of Skye from south to north. That's what we're doing, or the other way around. Obviously that's also possible. We're starting in the south and we're walking to the northernmost point of the island. I'm really excited. It takes you apparently across some very beautiful mountain areas. There's coastal walking, cliffs, and as you can see, the weather couldn't possibly be better. It's the beginning of April now and it's so mild and sunny and yeah, almost warm already, which feels so nice. And the weather at the moment is very settled. Apparently it should stay basically like this for the next few days at least, maybe even longer. So yeah, it couldn't be any better. The weather is just, yeah, it's glorious. It's the most beautiful day to start a long distance hike. I can't believe my luck. It's so gorgeous. And yeah, I'm going to walk to the start point, maybe get a coffee, and then we're off and I'll tell you a bit more about the trail later. Let's go! The Skye Trail is an unofficial and unmarked trail, so I guess there is no real starting point. So I'm just deciding that this little marker monument will be our starting point, right by the sea. So I guess this is the start. I'm going to start my watch and we're off. Let's go! We're only 10 minutes in, but look at how beautiful this already is and how remote it already feels. Wow. The first kilometer was on this little minor road down there, but now we're already on a footpath. Otto is still a bit unsure, not really anxious, but yeah, just wary of noises, because I think he now expects unfortunately that there's going to be some sort of noise, but it's not the shooting season and yeah, we didn't hear anything, so he's going to be fine if we just walk for a couple of miles and nothing bad has happened. So yeah, I think he'll be fine. Maybe he can feel that I'm a bit anxious too. Not really anxious, but yeah, I don't know, but I feel like the Skye Trail is a bit more remote than what we did recently. Not harder, I think, than everything we've done so far, because on our chocolate hike there were also some very remote stretches. But I don't know. I don't know what you think, because if you're reading guidebooks and blogs, some tell you it's really challenging, others tell you it's okay, moderate. So yeah, I think this got to my head a little bit. The Skye Trail is 80 miles long, around 130 kilometers, but that depends. As I said, it's not an official long distance hike and it's not waymarked. So it basically uses other footpaths and just links up those, but there are also some pathless sections, which I hope are not too hard to navigate, especially because it's quite early in the season, obviously, and not a lot of people have probably walked through there this year. But there are different route variations, and obviously they have different distances, but on average I think it's going to be around 130 kilometers. We're starting off with an easy day because it's already noon. I had to finish some work. I had to pack my pack, tidy up the van, leave everything, park it, etc. So it's perfect that it's not a really long day. I'm aiming for around 10 miles and then find something to wild camp, because that's something that I really want to focus on, especially in this weather now, and given the fact that we're in Scotland, so there's the Scottish Outdoor Access Code that makes it very easy to wild camp. So I want to wild camp every night, except for maybe one in the middle, to go to a campsite to have a shower. And I can't think of anything more beautiful than wild camping on a Scottish beach on a mountain in this weather. So yeah, really excited for that. It's so nice seeing him this happy and walking ahead, rolling in the grass. That's, yeah, that's so cool, so cute. Wow, this is beautiful. Look at that. Wow, look at this. We've walked up and over. That's the next loch down there where we're heading now. This is such a great start of another trail. It's just so beautiful. I think once we're down at the sea, at the coast, I think I'm going to look around for a bit of shade to have our lunch break, late lunch break. This is so beautiful. There are a lot of ruins down there. Apparently these are from Highland clearances. You can really see there's a lot of ruins there. This is just perfect. It's a bit more rocky now, but still not too bad. You can still see a clear path. Ooh, this is very sharp rock, some of that. Good thing that I have Otto's paw cream with me as always, because this will be quite hard on his paws. This is some real coast walking. Look at that. We're going to walk up there. It's kind of steep, but there is a small path, and then probably down on the other side again. And look at that. I removed my jacket. It's only t-shirt now. I really can't believe this. Yeah, it's April 5th today, and 1 year ago exactly to the day I was in Glen Affric doing the Affric Kintailway, and I had such horrible weather. It was so cold. It snowed like, I don't know, 10 centimeters overnight and during the day. Then there was a real storm force wind. It was really crazy. It was so wild. And this year it's as if Scotland would want to make up for that, because it's been so beautiful all week. Look at this weather. we're not too far from Torrin now, which is the first small village on the Skye Trail after you start in Broadford. From what I saw on the map, there might be a really nice grassy flat spot just before you reach Torrin, just by the beach, that I'm going to check out. So I think I'm just going to do another mile or so and then set up the tent somewhere down there. Wow, I can't wait. This is such a beautiful area. I think this might be my last option to get water. Oh, but it's really deep. I don't know if I can actually get down there. I mean, maybe here. Or maybe a little bit downstream. That could be an option maybe. Yeah, maybe it's just down there. I think this is my last option for tonight and tomorrow morning for breakfast and maybe the first hour or so until I get to Torrin. I'm going to get some water from this stream to filter later. I think this down there, this little bay, will be my spot for the night. I hope it's not too tick infested. There are a couple of sheep around, but so far today I didn't see any ticks on me when I was sitting down or on Otto. So yeah, let's hope that it stays like that. But this view is just gorgeous. I didn't see any ticks, so I'm going to set up the tent right here. This wasn't too easy because the ground is very, very rocky, but it's not supposed to be very windy tonight, so yeah, I think I made it work. As you can see, I brought my Durston X Dome for this trip because yeah, it's not supposed to be very, very windy, and I thought I might try it a bit more and test it. I got some Tyvek ground sheet. I didn't cut it like exactly to size, so it's probably a bit too big, but yeah, it will cover a bit of the vestibule area as well. And now I only have to put in the inner tent and then we're done. And this is it, all set up. It's so warm and I really regret not bringing my camp shoes because I thought I would probably not wear them. I don't know what I was thinking. Probably because I thought my shoes probably will not get wet and I can just wear them in the evening, which has been true today, but at the same time would be really nice. Just, yeah, airing my feet a little bit. I didn't even change in my sleeping clothes yet because they're long sleeve. I usually always wear long sleeve apart from like really summer, and it probably will get quite chilly tonight, but now it's so warm and I don't want to wear my long sleeve just yet. Obviously it could be way worse, so I don't want to complain. It's almost 5:30 now and yeah, I'm going to make a coffee. I even have a cookie, actually 3, one for every day until I get to the next co-op. This is where we are right now, and this is where we started, and we've walked all that today. The sun is behind the mountains now, and right away it's getting a lot cooler. I'm making dinner now for tonight. I'm having instant pasta with dehydrated tomato sauce and dehydrated jackfruit and some dehydrated veggies, so my standard thing basically. This is so beautiful. It's so nice. It's just the perfect day. The weather is it's so nice. It's so quiet. The sea is so calm. It's, the views, just everything. It's incredible. Forever be in this moment, we had the most beautiful evening, and the entire day was just so perfect. The trail so far has been just great. Everything was perfect. The weather, this spot where we camped at right now, watching the sunset. Yeah, it's just been incredible, and I'm so happy and so grateful that we had such a good start. And now I'm going to share a packet of crisps with Otto, and then we'll go to bed. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Good morning, everyone. It's day 2 on the Skye Trail, and we had a bit of a rougher night. Not really rough, but it was quite windy. At some point I even thought like I might have to go out and put another stake in, but then I didn't do it. But yeah, the tent was shaking around a bit. The wind has dropped now, but at night or in the evening and then at night it was a bit stronger than I was expecting, and it was really cold. I don't know, I only took my Thermarest Neo Air X Lite because I've been fine using that on my chocolate hike when it was cold too, but I don't know why, but I just felt very cold. And I think Otto was cold too, so we snuggled up in my sleeping bag and then was fine, colder than expected. So yeah, I didn't have the best night's sleep, but it's another gorgeous day. And as soon as the sun comes up behind those hills, it will probably be very warm again. So yeah, not too long. I'm just going to make a coffee and have breakfast, and then we'll start the day.
This morning has so clear a light as any to see the horizon and the fall. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face,
I've put sunscreen on, which probably is the most important item for this hike. And as always, we're leaving no trace whatsoever. So let's go, day 2 on the Skye Trail.
today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give.
The first part of today's stretch is walking along this little road that we've been on for the last 3 kilometers already, and then we're basically going to walk around the bay and to the other side, to this woodland over there. It's such a beautiful morning. It's not too hot yet, not too warm. There's not a lot of traffic, barely any on this road, and yeah, it's just the most beautiful Sunday morning. I'm so happy. It's just stunning. Oh, there's a little tea room and coffee shop here in Torrin, but it's closed on Sunday and Monday. Oh, that's a shame. This would have been so nice getting a coffee here. But from what I saw on the map, there's probably a cafe or like bistro kind of thing in Elgol, where I'm heading right now. It's still, I think, another at least 10 kilometers, I guess. 10-11 kilometers, so that's going to be something for a late lunch. But yeah, maybe I will get a coffee there. Just wow, every corner you turn is just more spectacular. Wow.
Today is a good day.
As I said before, the Skye Trail is not an official trail. There's no way marking, so there are different route variations, and for this stretch you can actually go, I don't know if it's going over or over the shoulder of Plabane, which I think is this summit, this peak behind there. You can either go up there and over to the other side and basically cut the stretch a bit shorter and go to Camasunary Bay, which is on the other side, or you can go along the coast down to Elgol and then back on the other side, which is I think what we are going to do, because it's a bit easier, it's a bit longer, but yeah, not as challenging as going up and over the Munro. We've completed our first 5 miles, so time for a little rest in the shade. My first energy bar, some water. We have left the road now and we're on a footpath now for a couple of miles, and then it's a little bit of road walking again. So this morning was a bit hard on the feet, obviously walking on tarmac for the last 5.5 miles, but at the same time you're making quick progress and the views are actually stunning. There wasn't a lot of traffic, so yeah, it wasn't too bad, because the views even from the road were just 10 out of 10. Yeah, just this is a really beautiful trail so far. Today we are having a bit of a longer day. I think around 24-25 kilometers, depending on how tired we are and where I can find a nice spot to pitch the tent. I'm aiming to get past Elgol, which is I think 19 or 20 kilometers for us, and then walk on along the coast path towards Camasunary. There's a bothy there. I don't plan on staying in the bothy itself because I think it's quite busy, and when the weather's like this, there's nothing better than to sleep outside under the stars in my tent. But yeah, if all goes to plan, I think it would be great to pitch not too far from the bothy, because if I read it correctly, there's a composting toilet, which obviously makes things a lot easier and yeah, more convenient. Wow, look at this view. This down there is Torrin, these houses, and we actually spent the night on this beach over there. It doesn't look that much, but we've walked all this way, which is almost 10 kilometers. It smells so great. Look at all the gorse that's blooming. A bit like popcorn, as most people I think would describe it. But it smells so good. It's so nice. Oh, spring really is here now. We are about halfway into today's stretch. We've completed 13 kilometers, so yeah, a bit over halfway. So I think I'm going to start looking around for a spot for our lunch break. And the first tick of this hike. My favorite kind of lunch, that I still have from yesterday, a protein bagel with hummus and dried tomatoes. We had to walk away from the path for a little bit because there are actually cows and calves up there, and they were right on the path, so I was a bit hesitant, but yeah, I think that's the gate down there, so should be fine now. I still haven't found anything open, no cafe, restaurant, nothing. But I only have about 4 kilometers to go to Elgol, and apparently there's a coffee van bistro restaurant there, so I hope that I can finally get my coffee and have another longer break there. 20 kilometers down, and I'm just a few hundred meters away from Elgol. And to be honest, today feels a bit hard. I don't know, my feet are hurting a bit. I don't know, I have new shoes, maybe it's that. I mean, it's the same pair as I always have, but I don't know, maybe they're not as worn out as my other pair. And obviously I have quite a heavy pack because I have food for me and for Otto for a couple of days. I have my electronics, but I will hopefully get a coffee in a couple of minutes, and then yes, just 2-3 miles depending on where I set up the tent, so yeah, not too bad. Every corner is just more and more beautiful. We're now at the southern tip of another peninsula here on the Isle of Skye, and as you can see, there are other parts of Skye and other little islands over there. This is the little shop of the village, but it's closed on Sundays, which I already knew, and which is why I packed a bit more food. The trail continues up on this road for a little bit, but the real, like the main village and the coffee shop is down there. So now the hard question is, do I go down there, even though I don't know if the coffee shop is open? There are not many people there because I'm quite tired and this is a bit of a steep hill. I think I'm just going to see if I'm lucky. Ooh, I think I can see a coffee van that's open. Yay! Ooh, I was lucky. Ah, this is so nice. I got a coffee and a lemonade and even a bag of crisps for me and Otto for tonight. And look at this view. Isn't this just gorgeous? If I'm not mistaken, this over there is the famous iconic Coolin Ridge. I think these mountains there. And I can even see the bay that I'm walking into. Wow, this is just so perfect. Life is great! I mean, it wasn't bad before, but getting a coffee just was the cherry on top, so to say. And there are public toilets, so I could even wash my hands with soap and running water. First time on this hike since I started yesterday. So everything is perfect. We're just walking out of Elgol, which is really steep, but we're on our last 3.5-4 kilometers now. From what I've read, apparently this next stretch to the bay where the bothy is and where I want to wild camp is a bit sketchy apparently in places, like close to the cliff edge. But yeah, I'm not afraid of heights, so I'm just going to put Otto on a lead and then yeah, I think we should be fine. Look at this, just the Atlantic in front of me now. Wow, this view is just unbelievable. For me, I think the best thing about the Skye Trail so far is that it's this great mix of like coast walking, or walking not too far from the coast, being able to walk along the sea, but also having this great mountain views and this remoteness, the rugged mountains. I think that's very special, like at least from my experience, to have this like mix of these two elements. That's, I think, really unique. This is probably the sketchy bit, or one of the sketchier bits that people are talking about. It's quite close to the edge, but so far it hasn't been too bad. Ooh, it's quite narrow and a bit crumbly. Ooh. I think I have to be careful to not lose my focus, so I think I'm going to take another break, have some water, have a little snack, because most of the time it's in these moments when you're already a bit tired that you're not concentrating enough, and that's when accidents and falls can happen more easily. So I'm really mindful about just taking our time. This would be a really nice spot to pitch the tent to, but I think I carry on for just a little bit more because I didn't see a bigger stream so far to get water. We didn't make it to the bothy. I think it's another 2 kilometers, but I think we both had enough for today. Otto's quite tired, and with the sun and his black coat, obviously it's quite warm for him. So I think we'll stay right here. The bay is just behind there, but even here, look at that. I think this is a perfect spot as well, to have this open view out to the Atlantic and overlooking the Coolin Ridge. Yeah, I think this is perfect. I even found a stream behind there to filter some water from. I think this is going to be our spot for the night. I would have loved to see the bothy, but obviously we'll see it tomorrow morning, and it's probably very beautiful in the bay too. But I think this is the best option for us because it's been quite a long and hard day in the sun.
Shadows of this quiet town, I see you there, your feathers on the ground. Your eyes are
I'm all set up, and isn't this just the most beautiful spot to wild camp? Wow, it just gets better and better and better. And now time to make a coffee. I'm so excited. And I still have a cookie too. Sometimes if I'm like in the highlands and there's not a lot of livestock around, I sometimes don't filter my water but just like boil it. But there are a lot of sheep around, like even just behind the tent, there are a couple of them, so I definitely will filter my water.
although you're earthbound. Above these crowds, stuck in the dust of the life that you found, with nowhere to go, no higher ground.
The sun is almost gone and it's getting chilly pretty quickly, so I'm not going to make the same mistake as yesterday. I put my layers on already, and now it's time for my dinner tonight. I'm having another one of my self-made, like homemade or home assembled trekking meals. This is instant mashed potato and vegan gravy, dehydrated jackfruit, veggies, all of that. Really excited to have that, and to make it a bit more calorie dense I have some oil that I'm also going to add. It doesn't look very appealing, but let's taste test. Yeah, tastes really good, and it's filling and warm. But I guess everything would taste great with a view like that. This has been such a beautiful day. I'm so happy. It was a bit harder than expected, I think because of the road walking. I think it was like in total maybe 12, 13 kilometers on tarmac on small roads, which was a bit hard on the feet. And then the last part from Elgol was a bit harder as well, because the path is very eroded and narrow, and there's quite steep drops on a lot of sections. So yeah, that's definitely something to take into account, especially if you're doing it from south to north and you're maybe already tired, if you want to push onto the bothy. I think that's not to be underestimated. But the views, even on the road or from the road, were just incredible. And now being pitched in this beautiful bay overlooking the Coolin Ridge, it's just incredible. So far the Skye Trail has been really, really nice, and everything I'd hope for and more. Obviously the weather helps a lot, but yeah, it's just stunning. Really, really stunning. Every corner you turn, there's more beautiful views, mountains, the sea. Yeah, it's just perfect. And now just sitting here, it's so remote, you don't hear anything, you don't see anything. I'm going to have my dinner now, watch the sunset, and then share this little packet of crisps with Otto. That's it for day 2 on the Skye Trail. See you tomorrow.